5. How are we, lads? Subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! For fuck's sake, man. Now we got to hope and pray to Jesus that the Cowboys win on Saturday. Fuck me, Dad. Broncos just decided to let everyone down tonight. Well done, Brisbane. You fucking assholes. Fuck! We've got Faraz on air tonight. We've got Faraz here. Fuck! Let me just say something first. I'm in the worst mood.
Yep.
And if you understand the whole ladder situation, you'd know why. Tonight was simple. If the Broncos had a won tonight, they lock up the minor premiership, and I was told by a reliable source that Penrith were going to rest Toto, Crichton, Fisher Harris, Liam Martin, and Isaiah Yeo. They're going to rest their 5 players and bring in the 5 players that are in the reserves. Now that Brisbane have been beaten by Melbourne, guess what? They ain't rested no one. So now I'm fucking shitting myself. Saturday night, we're going to have to play the game of our lives. Our elimination final starts on Saturday. We might not even have enough energy to get to week 1 of the finals, even if we get through fucking Penrith. Fuck, I'm pissed. Faraz, how you going, bro?
Yeah, look, I'm going good, mate. Obviously a bit disappointed with the losses equally as you are. Obviously, yeah, I know the Broncos coming first. You sometimes get a loss, but fuck. I felt like that game was ours to win, and we haven't beaten Storm in a while at Suncorp, so we had the best chance to finally end the drought, but we fucked that up at the end. Yeah, look, it's going to be disappointing for the Cows because they were probably motivated for this game too, but now that Penrith are probably not going to rest the likes of like Fisher Harris, Yeo, and all that. Yeah, look, the Cowboys, they're going to have to like pull something out of their asses here, especially the game won't help being in Penrith as well with the home crowd.
I'm scared now. I'm officially scared. I'm not giving up hope. I still think we can win, but it just makes it harder now. Anyway, before we get into anything, hello to the chat. Shit. Hello to Jeffrey. Hello to Viking Axe. Dells_Sci. Field Plug is here. SS Storm fan. Hello to Tom. Hope you're well, Tom. Jason Reader. Hello to everyone that is tuning in to the review. Yeah, look, as a Cowboys fan, this is not what I wanted, and this is exactly not what I needed. Penrith would have rested 5 players if the Broncos had a won, but I'm still trying to understand, like, why do Penrith care about the minor premiership so much? Like,
I sort of feel like they've been
because of money.
Yeah, probably that as well. But I sort of feel like last year where they easily won the minor premiership, no one wants to be seen catching them. I feel like they don't like being competed down, and they feel like that's probably their title still. So, yeah, look, it's still be interesting because you don't want to, especially after what happened to Luai, like if they lose, let's say, Nathan Clear or Yo, like they are down and out for the premiership, I reckon. So, look, obviously we can't assume the worst, but we'll have to see. We have to wait and see what Saturday hopes. Hopefully they don't get any injuries, but I do kind of understand why they want to play their full strength because they've got to build that combination with Jack Cogger because he's never played with Cleary before. So,
well, if that's the case for us, then why don't they just play Cleary? Give everyone else a rest.
That's true, but I sort of feel like they want to get that forward pack together, like that, the team chemistry. But other than that, I don't really understand why.
Yeah, look, I'm scared for Saturday. I'm not going to lie. I'm shitting it. I am live streaming the game. It's already set up, ready to go. But Melbourne have just bum-fucked us badly here. Like, they've just...
Were you confident before the match if Brisbane were going to win? Were you, like, much more confident you'd get the job done on Saturday?
Well, I knew like I said before, I knew that Penrith were going to rest 4 or 5 players if the Broncos had a won tonight. It was pretty much locked in. It's the quiet rumor that we all know about. But well done Brisbane for losing, and fucking Melbourne, man. Unreal. Fuck's sake.
Uh,
You know, what the Cowboys, some of those Cowboys players on Saturday are playing the biggest games of their life.
Chad Townsend needs to step the fuck up. They need him more than ever now.
It was good last week. Everyone was good last
Yeah,
we've got to back it up. Got to
100%.
back
And
it up.
Penrith, yeah, you sort of would be wishing this game was also in Townsville, being that
Yeah,
Penrith don't usually lose back to back as well.
it sucks that it's down there. But you know what? I suppose the positive about it is the pressure was on us. It's all
Yeah,
on Penrith now because they now
100%.
they're now motivated for the minor premiership. It's all Penrith.
And they'll be
No
devastated
one
as fuck if they lost the game on Saturday.
no one thinks we're going to win now. So
Yeah.
on them.
It probably puts you in a better spot than what you were, like with the underdog tag, I
Yeah,
suppose.
we love that shit. We love that shit. Anyway, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens on Saturday. Yeah, fuck. Anyway, let's get into the review. Melbourne Storm, 32, Broncos 22. You know what I find weird about this game, Faraz?
Yes.
Broncos had a really good start to the game, and they had a really poor end to the first half.
Yep.
Second half was very similar. Broncos had a great start in the second half, and then Melbourne come home strong at the end. It's really disappointing how the Broncos they kind of stuffed it up, really.
Oh, no, 100%. They left like 10 chances out there for sure. I think you probably would have thought Melbourne would have been cooked when like Remus Smith got sent to the bin. They took a
Yeah,
two.
I thought that was it.
I thought, yeah, fair enough. It's the scores are tied up, so maybe take the lead and try to attack from there. Jock Madden did not do anything in attack. A lot had to be relied on
Oh,
Sailor. I don't know what the fuck Josh Rogers was doing out there today. You know, I get it's their B team, but Storm were also missing like Wild Wing and Katoa, so they were missing a lot more troops. And we should have honestly had the shots at Bez. We had like 10 chances to score. We looked really good in the first 15 minutes, but inexperience played a part, and we just choked out.
the part where you lost the game for us, and
Yep.
this is my view. When Remus Smith got sent to the sin bin, the Broncos decided to go for a 35-meter penalty goal and go up by 2 points. And then in that period, where they had a 13-on-12 advantage, the Broncos did absolutely nothing with the ball. They
Well,
were just getting through sets, kicks to corners. There was nothing on. It
yeah.
was terrible.
No, I even said to you, like, even if what Salah did was correct, but even if he got up and played the ball, they had numbers out there for sure. They were going to
Yeah, that was
definitely
shot.
score.
That was
So
shot.
Melbourne would have been laughing inside. That would have been a fucking gift to them.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's going to be. It was one of those games. It was really back and forth. Brisbane had the
Yeah.
start really well, and then Melbourne had a great finish towards the first half,
Yep.
and then very similar in the second half. Brisbane had a great start, and then
Yeah.
Melbourne had a strong finish, and ended up being a 10-point win to the Melbourne Storm. Obviously, it was both teams' reserve grade team, but you know
Yeah.
what? For a game where there was a lot of backup / depth players.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game. It was quite entertaining.
It was very thrilling. It looked like it was going to go to golden point at one point. You could have split the two teams,
Yeah.
but in the end, Melbourne's class got them there. I sort of feel like why Brisbane also lost the game, especially when that sin-bin period happened. They played so defensive. Like in the first half, we saw they took their chances, even when like Jock Madden like bobbed the try on the edge and he
Oh,
gifted one to what I think Graham Descent. Like they were still playing attacking expensive footy, and they were only up by 4. But all of a sudden, there's a man down. They're playing defensive. They're not like spreading the ball out wide. They barely used Jesse Arthurs today as well. Hoyter had some good runs, but yeah, they just never got going. And Melbourne, once they got full position, you sort of felt like it was coming towards the end.
I'll tell you what. This guy had a great game. He had a great debut, and it was outstanding. This Farlongo kid, very good kid. But let me just say something. Everybody, fucking relax on this kid. They are hyping him up like he's the next fucking Benji Marshall. I was listening to the Channel 9 coverage. And Darren Lockyer, of all people, he had the audacity to say at halftime, he reminds him of Benji Marshall. Listen,
Stop it.
I get the kid's a freak and he's going to be a talented player for a very long time, but don't compare him to Benji Marshall. Seriously, that sort of thing shits me off. Don't compare him to Benji. What's
You
next? What's next? You're going to call him the next fucking Israel Folau, Greg Inglis? Come on.
you know what that reminds me of? That's when Coleman made his debut and like he scored it as a try, and people thought it was like Latrell Mitchell. Like,
Oh,
also,
relax
question
on
is
the
what
kid. Brilliant
for
kid.
sure,
He's gonna be a good player.
100%,
But don't compare him to Benji Marshall. Come on, man. It's
for
one
sure,
game.
100%. Don't get the hype there. I think, and that's the worst part. If he does flop, the media will be onto him like none other than tomorrow.
It'll be the same as the Joseph Suoliti criticism.
100%. Suwali's copying it a lot lately, but that's the media. But I want to get your thoughts. What did you think of Blake Moses' debut? Obviously, a lot of people hyped him up. He's the next big thing for Brisbane. What did you make of his debut tonight?
Bro, when he come on the field, because I've never seen him play before, bro. I don't watch Queensland Cup. It's rare.
Yeah.
The only time you'll see me watching Queensland Cup or New South Wales Cup is if it's the final series. I never watch it. Anyway, I see this Mozart kid come on for the very first time. I know there's a big rap about him as the next Cam Smith or some other bullshit comparison. He comes on the field. I'm looking at him. Bro, I didn't even think it was a hooker looking at him. I'm going, it can't be a hooker. There's no way. He's skinny as. He's not really built to be a dummy half. But, no, look, he was all right. He'll learn over time.
Sure, yeah. I felt like he had one. I think he had that one good play where he went to the right side, but Madden fucked it up with that pass to Paris. So I am praying to the Lords that he's not our future 7.
No, he won't be. Ezra Mann will be, and maybe Walsh will go to 6, and Sailor will go to 1 in a couple of years.
What do you reckon about Tristan Sailor moving to 5'8", maybe, and Mam 7 in the future?
Tristan Sailor was very impressive tonight.
Gunners.
But I think Walsh would be better off at 6 and Sailor in a couple of years.
Yep.
I think he's more creative.
For sure.
But I feel like putting Reece Walsh at 5'8" after Reynolds retires would be, I hate saying this, but I could see it being a bit like a Ponga situation.
Right.
But
and Walsh has been killing you for the Broncos. Yeah.
It's 2 or 3 years.
That's tomorrow's problem.
Again, like the Broncos might even go out and buy a big name half at that time. Maybe they'll even bring back Sam Walker to the club. Who knows?
For sure, that would be great. But at the moment, it looks like Mam's the future half. But
yeah, man, for sure.
We'll see in 2 3 years time.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep continuing some of the players who I thought were fantastic. Obviously, for the Broncos, Sailor had a really good game. I thought Pereira played well, but defensively, he was terrible. What did you make of Jordan Pereira tonight?
I thought JP was great today. He had a few good runs. He did stumble a fair bit, but that was a track for Suncorp today. I don't know what's going on there with the track. But yeah, JP had a double. I've been saying this guy, what I love most about JP is his runs. His carries back. Yeah. He never lets momentum get to anyone. He just brings some strong carries. He's sort of like Corey Oates. Yeah, look, I was really happy for him to get a double. I sort of feel like he's unlucky, but that's just the depth of the Broncos wingers. You got Jesse Arthurs, Corey Oates, Selwyn Cobbo there, Dean Mariner. So you've got all these guys coming in, so it's a bit hard for him to find room. But he did the most. He made the most of his opportunity. Obviously, good to get a double. Yeah, I thought JP had a great game today.
Defensively, I thought he was pretty off, but he's playing with a bunch of inexperience next to him. Look, Jordan Pereira is one of those wingers where he's very good depth. I mean, if someone goes 100%. Down, he'll come in and do a job.
Do the job, yeah.
I thought the halves were pretty ordinary, bro. Rogers didn't really go much on him. Jock Madden, very mid-game from him. Why was Flegler on the bench for so long? He should have been back on the field a lot earlier than what he was.
I think he was carrying maybe a little bit like injury, so they didn't want to risk it, but that's just what I think.
Also, I think Brendan Piacora will be in a bit of trouble. Now, for us, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but in the first half, I think it was in the first 5 minutes, Piacora did this shoulder to the head. He got away with it. And then in the second half, he did it, and obviously, I think it was a Melbourne's Captain's Challenge or something. And I think Piacora could be in a bit of trouble from the judiciary.
I don't think he'll play the finals, to be honest. I think he got a report on 3 times, on 3 occasions.
Yeah.
So
2 shoulders to the head.
I love Piacora, but, man, he played like a fucking idiot today.
He might
he
be in
bombarded
a little
himself.
bit of strife.
I'll be surprised if he gets off. He should be missing a few weeks, to be honest.
Yeah, he'd be in a bit of trouble. And the other player that I want to give a rap to is Jordan Ricky. Did some good things out there, I thought, for the Broncos.
Had a good ankle tap on Tepper Morel when it looked like they were going to score.
Now let's get to Melbourne. Gee, they had some standouts. What'd you make of Pappenhausen? Full 80 minutes. You there for us?
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, you there? What'd you make of
Can you
Ryan
hear me, Nick?
Pappenhausen tonight?
I think, oh, right, Pappy. It was good to see him get a try. It's obviously his first full game back for Storm. Yeah, I thought Pappy did some great things without being too great, but yeah, look, he kind of sucked when he did score. He lost scoring against the Broncos for some reason. He scored 4 tries against us 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
His attack, no, but when he gets fully going, he'll be hard to stop.
Look, I thought tonight he showed some glimpses of
Right.
of what he can do. I thought Pappenhausen was probably in the top 3 players on the field tonight. I thought he was very good. But obviously next week, Nick Menny will be at fullback again. Pappenhausen will be on the bench. They'll bring him back in slowly. And that's probably what Melbourne need to do. Don't rush him straight in. A couple other players I want to give a rap to from Melbourne. Bro, I thought Justin Nolan had a blinder. Olam
He
netted
was
a
great
big
in
game.
defense. He was great in defense. He could
That's why
take
he was
Peter Crum
dropped.
on a few occasions.
That's why Olam was
Yeah,
dropped originally, was because of defense.
exactly.
And he come back in. He started on the right edge, which was quite weird to see, and then he moved over to the left. I thought Olam, I know he was against the reserve grade team, but Olam had a great game tonight. He needed a good game, and he could be back in there next week. He could be
He
back
probably
in.
has sealed that center spot for the finals next week, which he had to have a big game. He's
He
shown
might get
exactly
it.
why. Yeah, but it's interesting. I felt like his attack wasn't the best, but defensively he did a great job on Piakura.
That's what he needed to do, bro. He needed to get his defense in order, and he also did. He kept Jesse Arthurs fairly quiet as well.
Yeah, Jesse was quiet today without getting any good ball.
In the halves, look, I thought Remus Smith did all right. Tom Napia, always solid. I thought Wishart at halfback had a good game.
Yeah, Tyron. Yeah, a lot of I actually compared the team list on Tuesday. I thought Jock Mann was going to step up and do a job because he's played a few games in Arrow this year, but Wishart just showed him up. He had a better execution, just ran the ball a few times. Yeah,
100%. What about Tarek Sims in the front row? He put on this big hit. Gee, that was a weapon of a shot. Sims, he had a good game tonight, Tarek Sims.
Yeah, he's been quiet off lately, Tarek Sims. So he had one of the better games today this season. Obviously, not a lot of people have been investing their time into him, but yeah, today he had one of the better games. Obviously, look, it was against the reserve side, but you can only play what's in front of you.
I'm just going to put someone in timeout for spamming. Harley, you can't be spamming the chat like that, bro. You got to go to timeout, brother. Tepai Moreau in the front row. I thought he was one of the best on the ground as well. He was an absolute handful, wasn't he?
100%. He had a few good line breaks as well. He looked hard to stop. Yeah, look, he hasn't played that much this year, I think, but he took his chances tonight. Look, I think a lot of these players took their chances tonight from Melbourne as well. Tepai had a few good runs, and he pretty much did his job in the end.
If Tepai Moreau isn't on Melbourne's bench next week, I'll be a little bit surprised. The back row was fine. I thought.
Correct me if I'm wrong as well, Nick. Didn't Tepai Moreau used to play for Parramatta?
Yeah, years ago.
That's right.
I think he tried out. It was either rugby union or Japanese rugby or something. And
he did.
To Melbourne.
Chris
Lewis was fairly quiet tonight. I thought Jack Holworth on debut. He did go for a HIA. He had a fair game. Also, obviously, Falongo, we mentioned before, he was very good for Melbourne. He had a great game tonight on debut. I want to give a massive rap to the bench. Aaron Penne, I thought he was outstanding off the bench tonight.
Brought some aggression off the bench, that's for sure. I think that's what Brisbane lacked off their bench.
And obviously, Grant Anderson, who started on the wing, he was outstanding. He had a blinder. And Joe Chan, if you guys don't know who Joe Chan is, I think he was over at the Catalan Dragons for a little while, and he's come over to the NRL, and I think his old man used to play for the Melbourne Storm, so he had a fair debut, Joe Chan.
Yeah, he did definitely. Didn't play a lot of minutes, but did what he had to do.
He was solid. Can't really complain too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, obviously the try scorers from the match. Um, Flugler got one. Pereira got a double, and for Melbourne, Anderson got two. Falunga got two. Pappenhausen got one, and
Yeah.
alongside Reece Smith. Before we
Yeah.
wrap things up here, Faraz, who is your player of the game?
Um, he, I'm actually going to give it to Pappy because I felt like his
Okay.
experience and presence mattered the most. Obviously, he wasn't that great at the start, but he had to do what he had to do, and he made the difference at the end. That's why they won because of his attacking style. He ran the ball. He took a lot more of the kicking duty. He obviously had that one play where he bombed it. I think Salah and JP had a miscommunication, and from there they scored that. Yeah, I think Pappy won the game in the end.
I'm going to give it to Justin Olam. I was extremely impressed
Yeah,
from Olam tonight,
I,
and
there,
I've been waiting for it for a while. So good to see Olam. I thought Olam
there's
was
been,
outstanding.
there was at least 5 points where Olam saved a certain try, 1-on-1.
Yeah, 100% there was. Before we go, Viking Axe with the donation. Nick, what happens if Raiders win against Sharks? Well, they play finals. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. Raiders win and they're in.
So
Simple.
you've got Cronulla in that match, hey?
I think Cronulla win and win well.
Yeah, no Horsburgh. That's a big loss.
Yeah. Also, Pro Enzo Vids in the chat says, well done, Storm. Nice. Well, yes, Melbourne were the better team in that second half. They probably,
Yep.
for me, they won the game where the Broncos failed to execute with the 13 on 12 advantage with the sin win.
Yep.
That's where Brisbane lost it.
Do you sort of
That's
think
what I
Brisbane
lost.
choked this game?
Oh, a little bit, but 12-0 isn't much these days.
Oh yeah. No. Just takes one more.
I think Melbourne lacked intensity early in the second half, and then Melbourne found a little bit of intensity at the back end of the game, and they just had a bit
Yep.
more energy. So,
For sure.
well done to Melbourne, I
Yeah, credit
suppose.
to a better side today. And the drought continues at Suncorp for the Broncos.
Oh, mate, if you play them there next week, you got to break the streak.
Do you reckon we will? Full strength versus full strength? Like, who would you tip at the moment?
Well, considering how I think it's going to plan out, obviously I think Cowboys are going to win, which would mean Brisbane will be first. So that the Warriors would have to win to get third. So
Yep.
I think it'll be Panthers, Warriors, and yeah. So you'll be playing Melbourne next week, I think. So I'm probably I don't know who I'm tipping in that. Probably Brisbane, but fuck if I know.
Yeah, 100%.
It's hard to pick because we don't know
It
what's
is.
going to happen. We have no
For
idea.
sure.
All right. Well, Faraz, thanks for coming on the review, my friend. I appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, always, no worries, brother. It's been a great season for the Broncos. Really proud of where they've come from, and yeah, hopefully your Cowboys make the finals for you.
Well, hopefully we do you guys a favour and we win you the minor premiership.
Yeah, probably
But
at
we'll
this
have to
point,
wait
mate.
and see. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, thanks for watching the review. Thank you to the live chat as always. Have a fantastic Thursday night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Rabbitohs Roosters live reaction. That's going to be outstanding tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. South against the Roosters. Anyway, take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care.